Hennadiy's friend from his school days recommended him a medical college. At first he was hesitant, but later he applied. After I graduated from college, I didn't hesitate who I wanted to become. I ended up in Afghanistan. I had to serve my country after I knew that I would apply to medical school, and I had no doubts about this. I ended up being interested in surgery later. Hennadiy starts his morning by doing the rounds at the hospital. We do a routine checkup. Tell me about the patient. Starshina had surgery done on her knee. How was it? Everything is fine. Get better. Why are you so skinny? Servicemen get fed well in the army. What about you? During his time at the Luhansk Medical Institute, Hennadiy was offered a position within the military medical corps. I was on the night shift by accident, and soon it's going to be 20 years since I joined. Hennadiy was the chief doctor at a military center in Artemivsk for the first few years of his career. Then he was transferred to Zaporizhia. Later he was sent to Iraq and a peacekeeping mission in Liberia. I'm always a doctor, whatever the situation, even if I'm wearing my military uniform. When we arrived to Iraq, I was given a weapon. I placed it under my bed, and that's where it stayed for almost half a year. When I returned it, the military specialist told me, you can have at least cleaned the dust off a bit. At the start of Russia's undeclared war in eastern Ukraine, Hennadiy went to the front line. Over the past 4 years, he's completed more than 1,500 surgeries. I cannot imagine myself not being a doctor. I simply can't do anything else. We covered the northern side of Donetsk airport. My legs were broken. There was a missile attack. And then a rocket exploded near me. Sometimes I go back and get treated myself. In 2014, the military doctor became the head of the surgery department at Zaporizhia's military hospital. He continues to pass on his experience and knowledge to others. Ihor Pali, one of the doctors working in the hospital, tells us about his first surgery. I couldn't stop the bleeding. There was lots of adrenaline. My hands were shaking. I was just a young specialist then. I called for Hennadiy Alexandrovich. At one point, I just gave up. He came and said, I have to sew up the source of the bleeding. And I did, and everything was all right. Hennadiy has 3 sons. His youngest is still in school. His oldest is pursuing a career in the military. And his wife is a nurse at the hospital. I now understand a very important thing. War is the most horrible thing that mankind has invented. No one has the right to take someone else's life.